You read English. You watch English movies without subtitles. You understand almost everything people say. But when it's your turn to speak, nothing comes out. And you wonder why. Why can I understand but not speak? Subscribe to JA Info Urdu for daily English confidence stories. This is one of the most painful struggles for English learners. You feel smart when you listen. You feel confident when you read. But the moment someone expects you to respond in English, your mind goes blank. Your tongue feels heavy. And you feel like a failure. Let me tell you why this happens. And more importantly, let me tell you how to fix it. Understanding English and speaking English use different parts of your brain. When you listen or read, you are passive. You are receiving information. Your brain recognizes words, understands meaning, and creates pictures in your mind. This is easier because you are not creating anything. You are just receiving. But speaking is active. Speaking requires you to create sentences in real time. You have to think of words, arrange them correctly, pronounce them clearly, and do all of this while someone is waiting for your answer. This is much harder. This needs practice. Lots of practice. Most learners spend years listening and reading. But they spend 0 time speaking. And then they expect to speak fluently. That's like watching cooking videos for years and expecting to cook a perfect meal without ever touching a pan. It doesn't work that way. Here is another reason. Fear. You are afraid of making mistakes. You are afraid of sounding stupid. You are afraid that people will judge your accent, your grammar, your pronunciation. So you stay quiet. You choose silence over mistakes. And silence becomes your comfort zone. But here is the truth. Silence will never make you fluent. Mistakes will. Let me share something personal. I once met a man who had been learning English for 15 years. 15 years. He could understand everything. He watched English news, read English books, and even wrote beautiful emails. But he could not speak. Not even simple sentences. I asked him, "Do you practice speaking?" He said no. "I am waiting until my English is good enough." I asked him, "When will it be good enough?" He had no answer. That man taught me a very important lesson. You will never feel ready. You will never feel good enough. If you wait for perfection, you will wait forever. So what is the solution? How do you move from understanding to speaking? Here is the step-by-step process. First, start talking to yourself. Yes, yourself. This is the safest way to practice. There is no judgment, no pressure, no fear. Just you and your words. Talk about your day. Describe what you see around you. Speak your thoughts out loud. Do this every single day for at least 15 minutes. Second, shadow native speakers. Find a YouTube video or podcast. Listen to a sentence. Pause. Repeat exactly what they said. Copy their pronunciation, their rhythm, their tone. Do this until it feels natural. This technique is called shadowing, and it is one of the fastest ways to train your mouth for English. Third, think in English. Most learners think in their native language and then translate into English. This makes speaking slow and difficult. Instead, start thinking directly in English. When you see a tree, think tree, not your native word for tree. When you feel hungry, think I am hungry, not the translation. This takes time, but it changes everything. Fourth, record yourself. Speak for 2 minutes about any topic. Record it. Listen to it. You will notice your mistakes. You will hear where you pause, where you struggle, where you need improvement. Then record again. Compare. You will see progress, and progress gives confidence. Fifth, find a speaking partner. It can be a friend, a teacher, an online partner. Someone who will listen without judging. Someone who will let you make mistakes. Speak with them regularly. Even 10 minutes a day makes a huge difference. And here is the most important step. Stop being a perfectionist. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop thinking you need more vocabulary, more grammar, more lessons. You already know enough to start speaking. The problem is not your knowledge. The problem is your fear. So decide today. Decide that you will speak. Even if it's broken, even if it's slow, even if it's full of mistakes. Because every sentence you speak makes you stronger. Every word you say builds your confidence. Remember, understanding is just the beginning. Speaking is the goal. And the only way to reach that goal is to open your mouth and try. Subscribe to JA Info Urdu and take your first step toward fluency today. Because you are not here to stay silent. You are here to speak, to share, to shine.